Quentin town.
I heard stories of a Cridian town, but I never knew where it was.
Me too. Didn't expect it to be on Mount Temza.
They must really value their privacy to build a whole town on a mountain.
Is there something they don't like doing in front of other folk?
Cridians are a secretive lot, to be sure.
This looks easy. Don't let him trip you up. Blade of healing circle. Good job, Spot.
I will use this power for justice.
A sentimental landscape.
The hole in this mountain is like the hole in my heart. How my chest aches.
Getting all sentimental on us, old man?
Nah, it's just memories of the war. I'd appreciate it if we didn't spend too much time here.
Stop being such a coward.
Oh, that hurts, Rita.
The only way to get past a bad memory is to embrace it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Not really. I was just generalizing. Anyway, you want to hurry, right? Then let's go.
Our little genius mage is more mature than she looks.
We'll destroy them in no time.
Arise, O light of light!
O blade of noble light, overpower even indestructible evil!
Princess Atlantis' magnificent embrace!
O blade of noble light, overpower... Let's eliminate them!
My magic Here's question! This is the end of you! I'm okay! My magic conquers points prey! Priest of innocent waters! My magic conquers points prey! Lost!
I'm just getting started.
I'll do my best.
Let them die undefiled purity. Oh, flickering blaze, burn!
Alright, who's next?
Pierce Buster! Undefiled purity!
Delightful!
Cow hammer!
Let's go.
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye.
Sorry, thanks.
Dividing edge!
I'm using this!
And din of this honest land! Thank you so much!
Slithering snare into my enemies unto me.
Oh, blade of noble light! Overpower even indestructible evil! Come, oh silver right!
All right.
Oh, there's no challenge at all.
Let me at him! Destroy him! Finishing
Knock him around and cut him down.
Hellfire breath!
All my heart, baby. All my love.
Destruction! The sign of victory!
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of Blastia.
What?
This was not a Blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temza using a new type of technology. The Hermes Blastia.
Hermes Blastia?
I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built,
I didn't think you could make a new Blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of Blastia.
But something went wrong.
The Blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The air Krina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
at That would mean the end, not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesen of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Entelekea realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the humans. And they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Entelekea fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those Blastia were?
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelekea. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temza fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Emmett Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres Blastia must have been a Hermes Blastia. So then you've been destroying the Blastia in place of the Entelekea.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid? What was that?
Baul!
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass. You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan. We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but
Everyone. Have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside. Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Entelekea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving,
You leave us no choice.
Judith not join the party. Judith is not in your party. Please form a party with Judith as a member.
all monsters should be killed.
That's the rule of the hunting blades. I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baul, even if it costs me my life.
It's pretty stupid to think anything out of the ordinary is automatically evil.
Aiding monsters is punishable by death.
You're worse than monsters. They just got instinct. You got brains. So what's your excuse?
Shut up! We hunting blades will not back down.
So I guess we just gotta fight this out.
Don't blame me for what happens.
You're not.
Can't just lie around.
I'll blow you away! You're dead! Divine
Overpower even indestructible evil.
You're not getting away! You're not getting away! This is where it gets
Pretty good.
Holy power, come to me. I'm in trouble.
I'll blow you away!
Fine. I've had enough of you. Raptor Blast! Sorry, I'm in trouble. Done yet. Is that the best you can do? I can't keep them for now. Bring them back from the abyss of death. Bring them back from the abyss of death. Don't want to lose.
Were you going easy on them?
I'll fight anybody who lays a hand on my people.
I did it! That's the logical outcome.
Nan, I'm sorry.
I feel like an easy win.
Don't get careless.
Don't move! There's a light of light! I'm doing it with my healing circle! Power, come to me! Holy power, come to me! First aid! Annihilate before me! Holy power, come to me! First aid! Oh, blade of noble light! Overpower even indestructible evil! Crescent moon! Oh, flickering blaze!
Don't get in our way. Piece of cake!
One shot should do.
Come on already!
Corky ball! Oh, brilliant! Welcome, Come and face me!
We're done.
I feel like an easy win. I guess I'll go easy on them.
This puts us at a disadvantage. Let havoc!
All right, who's next?
You must do better than that.
Oh, this is bad. Wait.
Gotta try harder next time. Hold still. I'll make this quick.
Holy power, come to me!
Of innocent water.
Are you okay? Holy power, come to me! This is the end! Crescent Moon! Holy power comes to me!
Alright, who's next?
First aid! Holy power comes to me! First aid!
Wait, that's over.
What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Interlakeia.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on!
You can do it!
No!
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best. Well now.
Amazing.
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us. Of course we'd help.
That's right.
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
The skies are wide open above us.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
And I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself.
What to do with Judy?
We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah, I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions. No lenience for those who would break the laws. But
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something, even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
I'm always honest.
Really? Well, maybe you are.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before, Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him.
If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know. But after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than the usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
What the?
Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance. And our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Intellikeia.
So the Intellikeia were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Intellikeia have regulated the air. But the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why, for the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces. So you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh, who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellicheia has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Banu's horn. A horn made from a part of Banu's body. Press the left stick. The button to call Banu on the world map. Control Banu. Left stick. Left with Banu. Call Banu on land or ship. When you press it. Right stick control camera. When you press it. Oh yeah, okay. You can rotate the camera as well, left and right. Oh, left and towards north, that's when you press it. A, land, only in area when landing is permitted. X, toggle navigation map. Y, bring up main menu. RB, turn camera clockwise. LB, turn camera counterclockwise. Right trigger forward, left trigger backward. Starts the pause. And select start screen. Pharaoh.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
All right, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Intellicheia.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temza the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
due to self-communication.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Interlakeia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Repeat?
Yuri, you want to talk to Repeat?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
We have enter Lexia.
Pharaoh, Belius, Baul? What sort of beings are Interlakeia anyway?
They are the oldest intelligent life forms on Terralumites.
So, they aren't monsters?
They aren't. It's said that they have a higher level of awareness than humans, though they don't have a civilization.
Shiver me timbers! The Entelekeia were smart!
The reports we get from Baul are pretty accurate.
He's a smart boy.
Any more skips? Oh man, this is really exciting. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. My social links are on the video description below.